Thanks for waiting, folks. Pre-show is a bitch. I say you guys saying you want to know. You would rather know? Well, maybe tonight you'll find out. We'll do a spiritual session at the end. Howdy, Becca. Wait, we got the commercial. Everybody pray for that poor girl. Alright, come on out of that commercial now, you. And where I'm trying to get out of this music too. There we go. Yeah, there's a knight with a sword right there. Alright, let me get the audio going here. We have been struggling with all kinds of technical difficulties, so bear with me. We're just going to plug away the best we can with what we got. Okay. Quite the, whoops, well, we can't go to that now. Let's just go to the solar report. Alright. In this frame that I have freezed on right here, there are multiple faces all over this frame. All over the place. Especially right in here. Anyways, we will get to that part later. Let me just, that was 60 of 100. Okay. I just want to take a mental note of what frame that was, because that was the thumbnail frame, and boy, is there something hiding in there that will freak most of you out. So this is not for everybody else. We'll point that out later. But right now, let's just hop into the solar report. I need to back out of this a little bit. Sorry, I forgot to set up this part after I did my thumbnail. 125 and play. Okay, so this is May 24th right here, okay? 2023. And we'll just let the loop play there for a minute here while I get some other things set up here. I got perfect reading for you guys tonight. Something very valued and treasured that I learned along the way. This is all personal experience, and I found that that's what makes you an expert. It's not some doctorate that some theorist gives you at a college. It's actually the School of Hard Knocks. Experience is the best teacher. Anyway, see, we've had these little squirts coming off here and there, and then we had it looks like a halo almost when it comes off. Just let that go for a second. I'll let your trained eyes kind of like objects in this one this time. This is This one's different. So we're going to freeze frame right about here and just focus on this one right here. The other ones really don't mean much right now. We do have this spire over on the, see this on the red side over here? That's coming out over here. But right now I want to focus on this event right here. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Now what happens here is the camera either freezes up and takes a couple of frames in the ghost image. You see how the ghost image kind of continues out? I'm going backwards. But from this frame, it kind of locks up and the ghost image continues out while the rest of it freezes up behind. You have this round circular looking effect right here and this almost like this dark shadow effect where the two images cross over each other and blend. So this is not a dark object right here. This is actually the ghost frame blending into the previous frame. I believe our objects are more like right up in here. There might be one right there. But whatever's happening right here is the ghost images. Watch as I go back. You see how it slides over? Okay. So, but in that ghost image, something happened there. And I have a feeling the reason why it did this was because of what was captured in frame 60 right there. And let's just kind of go into it. Now, a lot of these spiritual faces are different, okay? They're not like what you would expect. They look odd, okay? To put it mildly. But I gotta get this just right. So please just bear with me as I gotta compare it to what I see on my screen. So if you guys hold up chatting for just a second so I can get an eyeball on my telephone or my cell phone screen here. That's okay. I think right about there is where I want it. And then let's pull it up. Okay, yeah, it looks like it's captured it. Okay, this reminds me of like a Brazilian war mask or a Incan Mayan war mask, the wooden tiki type war masks that they used to carve. Okay, and it's really faint, but there's an eye here, and then you can make out this mouth with teeth in it. Okay, that mouth with teeth in it is not from the instrumentation. It is not caused by an object. This is the spiritual realm poking through and showing up in this image. Where was another defined face that once you see it, you will probably scream and turn this off. But we're going to show it anyway. Because we have, I think, yeah, pretty much my brave audience. Okay, now, these faces blend together. Okay, and we're not capturing it quite yet, so that's as far in as I can go. And right there. Yeah, I think we got it. Okay, there is like the devil's face right here with an eye. Here's his ear. Here's the mouth with teeth coming up. You can make out little horns up here. Okay, it's a ghostly image. Let's pull and scoot. And ooh. I think we got it right there. An eye. Once you make eye contact, the ear falls into place, the jaw, you can see the mouth is open with lower teeth pointing up. Okay, good, you see it. Okay, some of you have spiritual eyes, and you can see there is other faces back in here. All this whole page, this whole picture has just faces linked with other faces sharing eyes. Um, Let me warn you right now, if you come over to this instrument to frame 60 of 100 and you start looking around here, be very careful because you will be a little shocked at what you see. Okay? And I've pointed out pretty much. Boy. I'm just going to let it sit like that for a minute and let you guys look around it. There's obviously something going on there. They're all over. I see lots of them. Yes, there are lots of them. That is basically hell. All the spirits in hell. Look at some of these demon faces right here. Can you see this one? Where to go? Oh, it's right here. It's a longer jaw right there. You have to tilt your head to the left. Oh, wait. Nope, it was right about there. So, yeah, this is hellish. So, be careful what you're looking and pray hard, okay? This is what the spiritual realm really looks like, okay? This is what I see all the time. And there are crazy characters in here that don't really match biblically, but they are characters with personality traits, I guess we'll say. And these faces follow me everywhere I go. They form in the clouds everywhere I go. They pop out of people. Now you're getting a little taste of my world, okay? Sorry, I have to say it that way. But it is what it is. And it looks like all of this is heading our way. Okay? Yeah, there's lots of them. And there's this thing called pareidolia, okay, where if you make out this, if you made like a puffy cloud, if you made this the tail and that the ear, it could be a puppy dog or whatever, that's one thing. But these are real faces. This is the spiritual realm. This is not pareidolia. You guys are not tripping out. You are seeing the spiritual realm on NASA's satellite emerging from the sun. Capiche? Comprende? Catorce? Yeah, welcome to my world. Okay, this is the stuff that I battle every day for you guys. Even on the break. Even the break, my break right now is even a battle. Okay, I do not get a break anymore. Not even sleeping, not waking, not even during my joy is battle. So, oh boy. Wow, there's some freaky stuff right in there. Anyways, we got to get away from this because it's a little demonic, okay? But don't fear. We're going to clean all that up at the end of this show, okay? So I think we need to leave this instrument now and come over to here. Oh, how's your stomach feel, folks? You okay? Adrenaline okay going out there? If you get adrenaline, it'll make you... Yes, thank you. That's why I keep asking you guys to pray for me. Pray for my endurance, okay? I'm enduring hell, a living hell, and physically, spiritually, emotionally tortured, all three at the same time. It's, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. And I see why it's happening to me and not to anybody else, because I guess I'm crazy enough to do it. I guess I volunteered for this tour. Apparently, I love you too. You know what, Michael Cameron? Or Michelle Cameron, my bad. I'm looking and other names too. I think you guys are figuring out this is my job and what I do. Okay, you're all part of it. Here was today right here. Um, I don't even know really what to start reporting on this, but you can see our objects and our activity. Here was our slow motion event right there. That's the main one right there. And also wanted to, hopefully you guys saw what happened in Texas today. Vince Welty, Brandon Kopic, we had Reed Timmer out there. There was a thunderhead. It should have produced an F5 to F6. All right, but this turned, it stopped going tornadic, and it turned into a lightning show with faces in the clouds. And at one point, the storm chaser didn't even notice, but he took a shot of a giant face spitting lightning, just like I have shown you previously. So the spiritual realm is here. It's in the clouds. It's causing chaos in these storms. And watch for these giant faces in the clouds spitting lightning. And if you want a little example of what I'm talking about, I will show you. Somebody remind me. Do not. You know what? I'm pulling it up right now. There's our gem. Because I have 70,000 thoughts a second, prayers, all kinds of stuff racing into my head, and I gotta. We were going to, God is here. No, I want, oh no, it's on my channel. Sorry, I gotta, look at that. Did you see Etna erupted again? I got something else in the gem, another volcano gem for you tonight. And I'm trying to find, oh. Okay, thank you. Did you know that your own thoughts sometimes is God speaking to you? If you can focus and listen to that little voice, the quiet,
means
the
you
quiet
keep the best.
one.
3 layers of plush.
Wow, my audio just totally freaking out. Okay. I just want to get it right here and get it paused, and we'll come back to this. All right. See that face right there? Giant face in the sky. There's an eye, the nose, the mouth. This thing spits lightning and growls at the people below. We'll show that later. But anyways, we're right here, and this was our activity for today. The storm chasers were out there chasing this huge mothership type thunderstorm. Just was Mother Nature, or Father Nature, was on raw display today. This sunspot is no longer Beta Delta Beta Gamma Delta. It's just Beta Gamma now, so it's calming down. I'm trying to go too fast. Okay, the X flare is down to 5%. Oh my gosh. The 3.0 that came out of the M3 came out of 3311, so that's what they're reporting. Okay, we know otherwise. So let me slide over here. I want to check out. Okay, there's our auroras. KP is good. All right, let's click on the auroras. I need to zoom back out so we can see both of them, Brian. All right, there we go. So nice and strong and healthy. They're thick again. They haven't gone yellow or red, but they're coming back. They're vibrant, so we're absorbing energy right now. Still pulled off to one side right here. I'm going to put my finger right on the axis point at the southern pole, right there. Okay, that's where the center of rotation should be. It should be rotating around like this, not pulled off to one side. Same with the compass over here. Here's the center rotation of axis. Come back here, finger. Right here at the top of the world. And you see how this is all pulled south, down towards Canada and stuff. So there's something pulling on our auroras as these waves hit and influence or absorb into the planet. Okay, Let's back out. You guys hanging on tight in there? There's that sunspot. It kind of weakened. That's good. That's answered prayers right there. I heard somebody praying for this, and it weakened. So, you know who you are. Still nothing on this. I feared as much. Not fear. I don't fear anything. But I had a feeling. Now, they're showing this almost like a full halo blast. This was from from 522. Okay, so that's an old image. We are that was that's hitting today. Whatever 522, this we over to the seed site, but whatever came off here on 522 will be hitting on 525, which is tomorrow. Okay, so we will have to go back. In fact, quit screwing around. Let's do it right now. Before we leave this was image 60 of 100. Okay. Next, and then start. Okay, let that loop finish off. One more time with that halo effect. Frame 60 if you want to go look and pray. Okay, that's where you're going to see a lot of knowledge is in that image. Okay, and don't be surprised if you see my face in there as well. Those of you who know what I look like, I don't show my face. Did you notice that? I try not to show it. But there are a couple videos out there. If you seek my face, you can find it. We're going to 522. The time I was born. I was actually born at 522. All right, so here it comes. Oh boy. Oh no. This is energy that we'll be absorbing tomorrow. I want everybody to keep this in mind. This is the 22nd. It takes 3 days on average for this energy to reach the Earth. These objects are earthbound. Some of the CMEs may be caused as they approach and be going a different direction. But this is the day we had this slow motion. We had this huge this huge CME. There's a lot of power in that one right there. Okay, and the full halo. Okay, so tomorrow is going to be a big day, I think, for the weather and for earthquakes and for volcanoes because we are going to be absorbing a shit ton of energy tomorrow. Okay. Let's, I could have used another expletive. That was not even harsh enough. Lord, please help me bite my tongue because I want... Ooh. Yes, you did. He told me, because I pray before every show, and I ask him to speak through me. And I tell him, I'll say whatever it is you want me to say. And you really want me to say this? I gotta bite my tongue. Oh boy, I hope you guys can read minds. Or just look at this for a minute. I gotta take a cigarette break for a second here. I gotta pray real quick. I'll be right back. Do not make me say this to my audience. Your audience. Can I hint at it? Okay, that's fine. Oh boy. Let's see. Hang on, I'm coming back. I know, it's not even a bad word. Hold on, say it. Let's just say it this way. We're screwed. It's something that you do with a screwdriver and a screw. But I already said it. This is quite alarming, and I'm not here to fearmonger. I want you guys to just understand. Look at what you're. Take a deep breath, swallow hard, and observe carefully what we are going to be enduring tomorrow as far as energy, inbound energy. Okay? Boy. Okay, we're gonna stop looking at that for a minute and come over here to the Schumann because no fear. That's right, just prepare. You guys, there's no fear. Pray like an MFer. All right, get on your knees and pray. Don't just sit there and pray. The best way is on your knees. You want power? Get on them knees. I love being on my knees. Feels so good down there because I know for a fact, and I'm going to share this with you guys. God answers knee mail. When you are on your knees, it's not about subservience, okay? When you're on your knees, it tells God you mean business. You are not just praying some bullshit. You are on your knees because you mean business. Okay? And when you're on your knees, just be careful and delicate with your prayers. Okay? Be very deliberate, very precise, and very other people oriented, okay? Don't pray for yourself, pray for others. Thank him for prayer. Thank him for answer prayer, okay? Even if you don't see it in your life, just thank him anyways because it's happening. And even though you don't recognize it, you're surrounded by answered prayer all the time. So the best way I love to pray is just thank you, God, for whatever it is at the moment. Right now, I'm in excruciating pain, and I'm thankful for it. It reminds me I'm alive. I live so vibrantly because of the pain I endure is just beautiful. You'll see when you get to a certain level. You'll see. Okay, and that's where spiritual growth comes from, is from enduring pain and forgiving others. They know not what they do. Okay, you guys know what's going on and what you're doing. So just remember, they know not what they do. Even your family, even the media, even the president, all these people know not what they do. Even you guys, you're very close and you're still got a ways to go, okay? But we're here to do this, all right? We can fight this. So I'll be on my knees. I'll be listening to prayers tonight. I already hear them right now, but I'll be listening close as well as saying a very powerful prayer tonight, okay? We can do this. It's you working through me, how we make perfection. Okay? It's not just me, it's not just you, it's us working together. We're a team. Okay? We're brothers, we're sisters, we're family. Okay? we're tight knit and there's not many of us, okay? It's called a remnant for a reason. Okay? But it's a powerful remnant. Every single one of you have power that you just go get it, okay? I'm not going to describe it to you. You will feel it. Go get it. Okay? Let's continue on. Sorry, I go off on tangents, but it's just too hard sometimes. We're just going to go methodically through this, okay? Let's start off here with our 5.0 at a depth of 604. I want everything pretty like. Now, yes, endurance. That is precisely what you guys pray for each other. Pray for strength and endurance from Jesus. That's what gives you power, is your strength. Your joy is what gives strength. Do not let them rob you of your joy. Once you cave right there, you're done. You'll slide into that slippery pit of depression, okay? I have been there, done that, died, come back. I'm here to kick ass and take names now. No more playing games. This is a 5.0 at a depth of 5 at 604. That comes out at the surface at 6. Courage without fear, and courage within. You got to have courage to face your own demons. We all got them. I'll explain that spiritual stuff later. Help me, Lord. Stay focused now. Okay, we're 6.0 energy at the surface because this is a 5.0 down depth, way down at 604. Then we come over here. This is the inlet, and we're seeing. Oh, I need timestamp here first. 1956-49. 1956-49. So this is actually before the deep quake. This is 5.0 energy that we were talking about yesterday that it jammed up here at the mouth. It's starting to flow. It's released the jam. Okay, there's a 5 there. There's a 4.4 there. It dished out a 5 up there. So here's your 5.0 energy creeping into the system. There's a 4.4 at 59, so that translates to 4.5, 6, a little. It's close. There's a 6.2 at a depth of 166. This one we will come back to. Let's continue up the system real quick. 4.6987, 4.5 at 10. 4.2 to 22.9. Got one. 4.5 come back. 69.3, and that's good for this part of the system. Okay, let's. You saw everything crept and did its job. This is all energy creeping through, getting out of the way. All of these are before this one, before our latest deep quake. There has not been anything since this. Okay, this is a very late quake, late in the day right now. That one wasn't too long ago before I went live. Now, let's... okay, close that out. Pull back. So, we just checked out the system. Oh, I want to go here to the 6.2 now. This is at a depth of 166.5. Now, that's like a third of the way down. You know, it's in this little pocket that I call this little deep region where we do have deeper quakes. Now, also, you see this fulcrum point, how this fault comes in and it joins with this fault. Do you see this three-way intersection? Well, it's this fault intersecting with this. So there's a fulcrum point on this side pointing this way. Okay. As far as pressure goes, there is a wider fulcrum point pointing this way. Do you see it now? Here, this angle right here is a wider pushing this way. These pressures come together and they dish out a quake right here. There's no like seamount or anything around this. This is a quake at depth. Well, 1/3 depth, a 6.2. That translates to about a 6.5 at the surface, okay? Right close to this, I want you guys to come in with me and go topographically. Let's go to this volcanic island first, all right? Apparently has a cloud over it, but we can all tell, wow, is this what I think it is? Oh, no, it's a bay. It almost looked like a big stone tall structure casting a shadow, but it's not. It's a little lagoon. What a beautiful lagoon this is. Is that all coral? Wow, to go snorkeling in this lagoon, you guys, be like going in a millionaire's aquarium. Oh, wow. Sorry, I'm just kind of on vacation here, planning out where I might take us on holiday. Anyways, this island, you can see right here, this blue ring is the slopes going down towards the ocean floor, right? This one also over here. But we have that one, and then we have this beautiful little shape right over here. Let's go in and see where our... Actually, this doesn't look to have too much of a peak. What's going on over here? It's something going on right in there. So that's the main volcanic feature, it looks to be. Or even centrally located. We just can't see it. It might be just a pushed up and been covered with vegetation as well, and you can see the ring, the slope of it, whoops, going down into the water there. So this quake is in between these two, right? On this fulcrum point, you see the two volcanoes now on this side of the fulcrum point, opposite this quake. So watch out for activity around here or traveling down the system. Here's another small fulcrum that passes through by these islands and stuff. So this 6.2 can at a depth like that can set off its own little regional surface quakes in this region and volcanic activity. Now, I posted a thing in my community chat about the history of 536 AD. You guys need to go watch that. I don't have time to play it here on a live stream. I think my phone and everything wouldn't last that long. But there's a good documentary that I put on there. It's long, it's drawn out, but you guys need to study it closely and listen very closely about what happened here in 536 AD that sculpted the world you live in right now. Okay? History changed right here. Okay? And you'll go find out what happened here at Krakatoa. Now, Krakatoa is coming back to life. That will be in our gym tonight. And pull this up, please. Thank you. I want you to read this headline. Krakatoa, multiple eruptions at Krakatoa. Anak Krakatoa, Indonesia, Java, Indo-Pacific Ring of Fire. Right here, we just had multiple eruptions. You better go watch the documentary I put in the community page on my channel. You will love it. It's very well done. It took a lot of time doing it, and a lot of good research has gelled and come together now, and they make a lot of things make sense, okay? Let's just say it goes into other cultures that disappeared at the same time. And when you see the bigger picture and you put it all together, you're just going to be blown away. So go watch that documentary. I put it there for a reason. We got to come back to the earthquake report. Brian, you're all over the place tonight. No, not yet. Okay. Back away. Now, I don't give a rat's ass about what's going on over there. Energy has made it past the pinch point. Let's see. It's 3.9. That was all earlier today. Yes, earlier today. So this is all, that 5-point energy comes up the system. It hits this garden hose pinch off and translates into threes. Okay? Thank you, God, for the kink in the hose, God. I see what you're doing, God. Thank you for the kink in the hose. It hasn't made it over the hump. It doesn't come over here and rock the shit out of the Juan de Fuca and screw up the United States. So we thank you, God, for the kink in the hose. All right, all quiet on the Western Front. Let's come down here to no, not that quake. We had a big quake here. Back off. Here's our 6.6 for today. Ooh, 6.6 at a depth of 10. Now, you can see our Cocos plate right here, okay? Thankfully, this wasn't on the fracture zone here. I am so grateful. Thank you, God, for answered prayers again, okay? I'm just going to zoom in and say, thank you, Lord, for not setting this off over here. Now, you see the end of this fault line right here, and you can see this bulge right here. Pressure has pushed up. Let me pull up. See how it comes in and almost like a finger is pushing up. It's like taking it and smudged it. Almost like on a little bit there. And what happens when you take pressure and you point and you go like that and change landmass? This is a fulcrum point. It doesn't really show, but there's an end of a fault right here. You can see the finger is like clay has pushed down and up and pushed this Panama Canal and this whole region. There wouldn't be this right here if God's finger hadn't pushed up a little bit of dirt right there and made a landmass just wide enough. I mean, come on, look at this. Anyways, what I want you to see is there on the opposite side of this plate is another plate, okay? For every plate, there's an opposite plate, and you can see a downward thrust position, almost like a reverse push back down with another finger, right? And that's right where our quake is dumped off, okay? And this is a beautiful example of where these diverse quakes are going to pop off. I love how God is just doing this diversely. Okay, now I want this one. This is the 4.5 aftershock from this. You know what? We need to... No. Close that. I want... What's going on in here? There's more hiding. 4.9 at a depth of 10. And a 4.6 at a depth of 10. I want timestamps. This is 20:05:33. 20:05:33. Whoa. Okay. This is our first quake. Aftershocks right here. First one, 4.9. This one, a 4.6. And now we have a 4.5. We got to. 7 days, all magnitudes. All right, that's it. Okay, good. I didn't want to see a bunch of little small quakes here in a quake swarm. Whew. Thank you, God, for just this small quake swarm. But it does look to be a new weak spot, we could say, or a new point of interest where we are having pretty significant size quake, a 6.6. So that might put pressure. Actually, did it release? What's the depth on that? Come back to me. Depth. It's a surface quake, huh? That apparently is some built-up pressure. Came in here, pinched off on both sides here because of the one depression coming down here and one coming up there. It picked the weaker side and dished off a 6.6. This is scrubbing energy at a new spot. And it's not right here on the Cocos, so that's okay. I think I'll take that. As far as population, there's not too much around. We do have a volcanic feature here. So watch that. Okay, that's good. All right, sorry I took so long in the earthquake report, you guys, but it's important that you know deeper, so your faith will be deeper. Capiche? Comprende? And 14 is not, it's a number. It's 14 in Spanish. It's just a terminology I grew up with. Sorry. 5.5 here on this Pacific Antarctic ridge at a depth of 10. Scrubbing energy right here. Fulcrum point. Fulcrum point or not? Gee, what do you think? Okay. Perfect. Perfect. And mid 5 energy, that's awesome. It's coming over here. These are probably a little deeper. Yep. 4.3 at 207. 4.6 at 132. This is offshore, so not as deep. 4.6 at 18. Yep, perfect layout. These are deeper because we're in the foothills and in the mountain ranges, right? Okay, so typically we do have semi-deep quakes when they're not, when they're inshore, onshore. This one typically offshore, they're a little shallow, especially right here on the trench. Oh, good. It's not right on it, but 4.6, scrubbing energy. That's perfect. I will take that. Thank you, God, for scrubbing energy today. It looks all good, even though we had a couple of 6s today. We had a 6.2 and a 6.6. Where's the third 6? Watch out, because I know how he works. There will be a third 6 somewhere. Pray that one wrong. Okay? Pray that one away. We don't want a third 6. Unless it's like out here scrubbing energy. Because 6.0 won't set off a tsunami. It's, if it's out here, it doesn't hurt anybody. So we'll take our third 6 up here by the garden hose or out here in the middle of nowhere. All right? Because we do have to get this energy off our back. That's close, but not it. Okay, now we must move on because this is an issue too. Hello, Jimmy. I see you in the chat there. Let's zoom in. Looking at Malwar, it has increased in strength. It's a Category 5, just monster typhoon. Let's take the wind out of here real quick. You can see, here's Guam right here. Let me get a little tighter for you guys. Okay. You can see here's the island of Guam. It's still on these outer bands, even though this thing passed just north of the island and has moved out and away. All right, I want you to take visual note. Can I put that little circle thing there? Good. There goes my little marker. Hopefully you can see a little green circle thing when I put the winds back on. All right. Let's pull this part down. I'll put the arrow right here. Right here is where Guam is, okay? You can see these winds rotating around, and they're still within this strong band right here. So the island of Guam is still probably lights out under the gun right now. Even when this thing passed by, it's so big. Let me pull back. Even these islands up here are getting hammered, okay? Even these islands, there's one up here, 2 right there, another important island, that's a secret island, and I think there's another tiny one down below Guam, where to go? We gotta take the wind out of there. Bear with me. Okay. Okay. Circle. Okay. Where was it that I was looking? I thought I saw another island that was in the way. Okay, you see how intensely purple in red this is right now. Okay, this is not a joke. This is probably one of the most intense typhoons we've had. Okay, and it's still terrorizing these islands. So just put the wind back on there real quick, and you can see those are high speed, high velocity winds, especially right in here. But these outer bands are still no joke. Okay, this is a monster, and it is ravaging Guam. I saw some footage from there earlier. I would show it, but I got too much to cover already. So we're going to take away the winds. You see how intense that is right now. Okay, let's come over to Knoll School real quick. Where was... Oh, we're still at Knoll School, my bad. What was the other vortex we had going? Oh, it seems to have disappeared. Okay, good. We have... you know what we need to do? Back out of this. Go up and check our polar vortex real quick. Put the wind back in. Okay. Let's look down from the top of the earth down. You can see our weak flow. Let me get it just right for you. All right, here's the center. That's the center of rotation. That's our axis point right there. And everything is rotating central. This is the central location. Everything's rotating around it the wrong direction. Our polar vortex is rotating backwards, folks. And that was a side effect we had talked about on our list quite a while ago. This is a result of our backwards spinning core. Okay? The backwards spinning electromagnetic field that's caused down below is reaching up through the plasma, up through the crust, and affecting the air currents, much like the magnets on the side of the glass effect that I showed you, okay, causing a vortex in the water. There's water vapor in the air. All these molecules in the air all have charges to them, positive and negative charges to them, and when the core starts doing its thing, it's going to affect every molecule and all the stuff in the air. And that's why you're seeing this backward rotation and everything. This is a sign now that and then this is going to happen down below the crust in the magma. The magma is going to copy this. It's already copying this effect. And that's what's causing this effect now above the planet in our polar vortex. Okay. Now, as we drop down lower, it's still not affecting our weather quite as much. I need to go down one more right here. There's our upper jet. Okay. Now we're still at the top of the planet here, looking down. I'm going to put this right in the center. Here is the center of the top of the planet. All right, now as I back out, you can see how warped and twisted and just these huge dips, how violently obstruct our polar or our upper jet streams are. Okay, and this is what points the weather and directs the storms. What direction are they going to go? And you can see now out here in the Pacific, as we kind of zoom in, here's Alaska up here. All right, and give you a little reference. Here's Alaska. Here's the West Coast. Here's let's zoom in just a tad bit tighter here. Now you can see the West Coast and Baja California. This big branch. Now we're going to put the winds back in there, and you can see how it's directing the weather. It's taking everything off of Siberia, slamming it way south, then kinking it, bringing it all the way back up and slamming it up into the Gulf of Alaska, bringing it right down the west coast. Everything is coming north to south down the west coast now, hooking hard and going up into Texas. So we have the most weird jet stream going on right now. It looks like there's an eye and a crazy nose and this weird crooked smile. Can you guys see this face right here? An eye, the nose drooping down. Kind of sad. It looks kind of sad or mad. Okay, that's fine. Anyways, okay, so on to the next instrument here. We need to get. Wait. I got one last thing we need to report on this one. Let's come over to the bios and go to the fires. And let's put it on space. There we go. And let's just see our hot spots around the planet real quick, okay? I'm not going to really talk too much about them. You could just look at them. You can see Mexico, Yucatan Peninsula, okay? Let's pull up South America here. Okay. Let's pull over Africa here. Let's go up into Europe. Okay. Let's kind of go over here to China a little bit. See up here in Russia, this is all fires and stuff way north. This isn't their fire season. Everybody up north is having fires. Then we come down to here. The fire activity down here really died out. This was all blossoming red right in here, and it has really died out. It's more coming to life over here and up in here now. Okay. Let's come down here to Java. Look at this. All right, here's our channel, and that Krakatau's right here. Krakatau's there too. Krakatau is an old volcano, and that Krakatau is the rim or the new vent that's left over of the old rim of Krakatau. Okay. And look at this. We got some heat activity going on this northern part of the island, and then we have Java down here with its little hot spots. Let's go kind of here. Wow. Look at this, kind of picking up around here, you guys. What else did I want to show you was some that were out in the water. Not too many anymore out in the water. Oh, hey, here we go, right here. They're very faint, but let's put them up in the dark zone. Right, maybe there. All right. You see this one. There's a couple other little faint hot spots out in the water. Okay, those aren't bonfires. They're hot spots under the water. Okay, we could go up here to here's some in China. Okay, theirs has died down a little bit. Where it's really going off now is in Australia. So something at the southern part is kind of causing their fires and stuff down here as well. And they're going into winter, okay? Keep that in mind. This is their late fall, so it's kind of their fire season as they go into winter. All right, and that's about it on the fires, okay? I know you guys are dying to get to the spiritual stuff, so let's just blaze through this. Lately, this forecast hasn't been as accurate. I'm more worried about tomorrow's event right here in Texas. So I'm going to let that loop play, take a quick drag, say another prayer, and I'll be right back. You guys are hanging tough. That's good. My audience are troopers. Okay. Ooh, maybe we should pull up that storm today too, huh? Alright, I got a lot to do, so let's just blaze through this. Okay. So, what I'm really concerned about is tomorrow. Okay? The rest of this, we will just take one day at a time. This is our current conditions right now in Texas. Okay, where's my Venture Sky? I need to pull that up too. Sorry, I didn't have another instrument pulled up that I need. Let's get this one rolling. You guys are so patient. This is how you come over to Venture Sky. This thing, click on radar. Okay, pull it on over. Here is, they're currently storm chasers chasing this thing right now. And I was watching for a hook earlier. Right there's our hook. And a huge hail core. This is headed towards Toclo, okay, outside of Leveland in Lubbock, Texas, okay. This cell right here is no joke. I watched this one blossom earlier. Let's see the helicity. Thunderstorms. I want to come over here to the Cape real quick. See what our Cape and shear is looking like here. Okay, we got good Cape and shear in that area. I want to see helicity. This is your potential for vorticity. Okay. This whole region right now, this storm actually popped into Texas and then backed up and went back into New Mexico. It started in New Mexico. All the storm chasers, there was a bunch of storm chasers that got hurt today. It actually overcame them, and there were so many on the road they couldn't get out of the way. They didn't know there's tourists operations that storm chase, right? You can take a storm chasing tour, and some of those people, let's just say their driver wasn't too aware and didn't get out of there in time, and their live streams went down and turned into pleas for help. It was very ugly here today, okay? And I'll show you the storm that is still producing lightning, like strobe lightning, 30 strikes a second. It's just intense. Anyways, we need to back out of this and go back to the radar. Okay, let's zoom in real quick on our storm here, because right now, I hope there's no hook growing in here. Let's just refresh this. I want to see the latest radar. Okay. We might have to do a little storm chasing later here, but okay. So that's standing right there for right now. Currently, we have very, very dangerous storms right outside Toclo, Texas, okay? This will continue tomorrow, especially with the energy that is coming inbound, the we're screwed energy, okay? This is going to, the monster storm that it produced today, let's just say I'm glad I took a break and got on my knees for a moment, because it got quite scary, and it's still quite scary situation, even in the middle of the night for this place. This hail core is huge. These are 2.5 to 3 inch hail, probably. We're going to leave that standing and pull it over with our instruments. Okay, now back to our forecast. This is current conditions right there, okay? It dies out. It's not dying out. But then it shows it clearing up during the day. That's the end of convection tomorrow. Let me zoom in on this. Okay, you see these pop-up line right here? All of these pop-up thunderstorms are going to be extremely dangerous tomorrow, especially with the inbound energy. This model has not... Oh, dang it, I hate when I do that. This model has not taken consideration for the inbound energy. These scientists don't know about this yet. You guys do, but they don't, okay? And I'm telling you, let's pray like hell, all right? I haven't used that term in a long time, but we need to be on our knees praying for tomorrow's event, and pray for protection for these storm chasers, because I know their plans are ready for tomorrow. And I pray that a lot of these tour operations that put people in harm's way, that they learned a valuable lesson today, and they don't pull the shenanigans on the roads that they did today, and that they maintain. They should listen to the storm chasers. They should stay behind the storm chasers, and when you see all the chasers bailing out, that means get out of Dodge. Don't hang around so your tourists on board can get a better shot. You almost killed them all. And we're not sure if there were fatalities yet or not. I've not got to catch up on that part yet. I was busy. So, that is the end of convection tomorrow. That's what I'm most concerned about. It's going to look more like this. This is like a frame on, okay? We also have this low that's going to be moving inshore. Oh, maybe not now. And then this is 5 p.m., the end of convection, May 27th. We still have this effect going on here in Texas. Let me just tell you that there is an object hovering over this area right now. And when it shuffles around, it moves just ever so slightly, and it's been directing this storm. These storm chasers were baffled at why it was standing still, and then it turned around and backed up. Went south instead of east. They went east, it followed them. This storm was actually chasing them. They're storm chasers, but let's just say God turned the tables on them today, and they became the hunted and the chased. Okay, most of the shots were out of rear view windows today because they were driving away, trying to get in front of this and study it. We will go. I'll try to pull up some video from that too. Okay. All right. So that's about as far as I want to go. Look at this huge squall line. This is 11 p.m. at night or 12 at night. See the effect because they're getting nocturnal thunderstorms, nocturnal possible tornadoes. Okay. Those are the most dangerous ones. Are thunderstorms and tornadoes at night. The rest of this is just too far out and too unpredictable to really report on. We're just kind of going through it really quick because I got to move. I got to stick and move. Stick and move. You remember Apollo Creed? Remember his trainer? Yeah, he told him, dude, stick and move. Stick and move. Make your jab and get out of there. All right. Venture Sky, this is our current conditions. That was music. Okay, now I want to come over here. We're getting into our gem here. Please refresh this, Lord, or bring it up. Thank you. We're going to use this gentleman's video for educational purposes. Disclaimer, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whoa. Come back to me. They're playing games with me. I had that set up for a reason, so we didn't have to watch this. Let's try it again. Oh, I guess we're...
Moms make the best napkins.
Yeah, wipe your sleeve on your mom. Or wipe your mouth on your mom's sleeve. Oh, still more ads. Okay. Pause right there. Okay, kaboom. Multiple eruptions, Krakatoa. Okay, I've been warning you guys about this for a while, and now here it comes. So let's just listen to this report real quick, and I want you guys to come over here, give him a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell. Dr. Astro Diotech. He's not the most eloquent guy in the world, but he does really good research, okay, and gets awesome footage for us. So he's our member of our team, whether he likes it or not. Okay, here we go. No other things playing. Good. Let's dive in.
Over the past few days, as you can see, this very active region, Indonesia is active, is part of the Indo-Pacific Ring of Fire. But this particular volcano has made a name for itself as one of the most dangerous volcanoes ever. As you can see, even at this stage, which is a small volcano, remnant of the volcano of the 19th century, is yet erupting with a lot of violence. And if you listen to the next clip, I will show you the sound it makes. People are frightened with it. Sometimes they hear it as far as Australia. This is not a joking matter. You cannot just ignore this. It will not go away. It stays there and it's getting bigger. We had a last eruption of this in 2018 that it was big eruption, and it practically flattened the island and then built up a cone on top of it. That was the creation of the Anak Krakatoa, the way that we know it now in this year. From the space, it looks like like a zero between two brackets, and you can see the tongue of the material.
Okay, just real quick. This is the crater of the old Krakatoa volcano. Okay, it blew up and just disintegrated, and the son of Krakatoa, Anak Krakatoa, has blossomed out of the middle of the crater. Okay, this is the one. It was the big eruption, the biggest one we've seen in a long time. Okay, while we're here, boy, I gotta open a new page. All right, just bear with me. We're going deep tonight, and hopefully. We're just gonna keep looking along. How's the phone chilling? Doing good. All right. What was I doing here? I wanted to come over to my channel. Over here, come to community. Okay. Start scrolling down. This is the one I want to show you. Nope. This is it. 536 AD, the year the sun disappeared. Okay. It's an hour and 40 minutes of documentary, but we're going to go...
Change your climate. It would produce change in the pattern of wet and dry cycles for vast portions of the Earth. We're familiar with the El Nino and La Nina effects. This would be even a...
Yeah. For generations, Bridgestone has made tires.
Should have known better.
Today, we're still tirelessly at work.
Yeah, I'm tirelessly at work.
Area. But once again, he found a fascinating clue. Housed in the royal palace at Solo in central, term for a giant crater left after a massive volcanic explosion.
There's a structure out here in the ocean, a circular structure, which is much larger in diameter, and it is possible that this buried feature, circular feature that we see here to the north and the east, may in fact be a gigantic ancient caldera of Krakatoa.
Okay, where's the spot where I'm looking for...
There's so much activity that the vegetation and the forest doesn't really get established.
Trust in horses and cows' digestive system.
Anyways, they're finding out all kinds of different things.
References to plagues.
Wait, where'd it go?
Spring without mildness and a summer without...
Yeah, here. So summer?
heat. The months, which should have been maturing the crops, have been chilled by north winds.
Okay, this event, when Krakatoa went off in 536 AD, it changed the entire face of the planet. They go into tree rings that all match this date. They go into other civilizations that disappeared at the same time. They went into all kinds of different stuff. How Krakatoa changed our world and sculpted it to the society that we live in today, all right? From what we eat compared to what we used to eat, the diseases that happened during the fallout, all kinds of stuff in here, okay? And they all these scientists come to the same conclusion from all these different events, that these die-offs and stuff, they all happened at this year, 536 AD, when Krakatoa went off, okay? When when this whole mountain disappeared, and now we have its remnant. And what's its remnant doing? No, what's its remnant doing? No, where to go? Oh, it's right here. It's coming back to life. So let's finish this off.
As you can see, as one of the most dangerous volcanoes ever. As you can see, even at this stage, which is a small volcano, remnant of the volcano of the 19th century, is yet erupting with a lot of violence. And if you listen to the next clip, I will show you the sound it makes. People are frightened.
Sorry, one more time with this.
Australia.
Remember, this is the one they heard in Australia when the big boom that knocked went around the world? It came from this volcano that's going out.
It's not a joking matter. You cannot just ignore this. It will not go away. It stays there and getting bigger. We had a last eruption of this in 2018 that it was big eruption, and it practically flattened the island and then built up a cone on top of it. That was the creation of the Anak Krakatoa, the way that we know it now in this year. From the space, it looks like like a zero between two brackets. And you can see the tongue of the material and lava flowing out of it. It's continuously erupting, actually, practically. In that sense, you can see from the space and from the ground, the change it made between destruction of the original one and creation of a new cone. It creates tsunamis, and the tsunamis can affect the Java and the nearby, areas in the Pacific Ocean, in the Indian Ocean, as far as Thailand and Australia. These waves don't disappear. Indo-Pacific Ring of Fire.
All right, so that's enough of that. You guys got to see what's going on with Krakatoa, right? Okay, so now let's get to this. Today, while the storm chasers were chasing this storm, there were faces in the clouds all day long, all kinds of different faces, and one of the faces spit lightning just like this one does. This one moans. Wait, let's start over again. That is not plates grinding. That is the spiritual realm. This face is growling at the people down below. It spits lightning. Where is that frame? Or it spits the lightning. Anyways, I have to find the original. Anyways, there was faces in the storm today, and the lightning that was going on, that's probably still going on at this moment, is just, it was very disturbing seeing the spiritual realm evolve in the storm today, and faces like this spitting lightning. You know what, let's go to the original. This was, Strange Sounds over Slovakia. There we go. Here is the original right here. Okay, we're going to play this original because in this, after the ads, of course, and skip this out, I can find the frame where it spits the lightning. It's right here. All right. There's also harmonic like noises coming from the sky. Whoops. All right, there it is. You can see this lightning bolt is emanating from the mouth of that face. All right. This activity was all over the place today in the storms. Unfortunately, thankfully, the storm chasers can't see it, or else they probably would have freaked out and wouldn't cover the activity in the first place. Now, something we need to talk about here is in the spiritual realm, there has been a... Let me put this back on. So, in the spiritual realm, there has been a shift, okay? And all the entities, all these faces in the sky are bisected down the middle with black on one side and white on the other, okay? They've been bipolarized, okay? And it's actually kind of a human condition as well. See, you have two hemispheres of your brain, right? And one hemisphere controls the opposite half of the body, and the other controls the opposite other half of the body. Well, your two hemispheres of your brain have characteristics. So if you're left-brained, you're right-handed. Left-brain, right-handed people tend to be concrete sequential, which means they like lists, starting with number 1 at the top, the most important, going second, most important, third, fourth, all the way down. Then, when completing a list, they will start at the top and start with the first, complete that, check it off the list, go to number 2, complete that task, check it off the list, go to 3, right? The opposite side of the brain is random abstract. Those are your creators, your artists, your musicians, your actors. It's more of, instead of their list, let me explain to you, because I have this condition as well. So I'll take the concrete sequential side of my brain and I will write the list 1 through 10. Okay? 1 being the most important, 10 being the least, right? But instead of working the list 1, then 2, then 3, I start 1, 3, and 5. And while 1, 3, and 5 are working, I will go back and start 2, 4, and 6. Then, while 2, 4, and 6, 1, 3, and 5 are still cooking or in the process, I will start 7, 8, go back up, finish 1, 3, 5, start 9 and 10, go back, finish 2, 4, and 6, wrap up 7 and 8, and then all I have left is 9 and 10 to do. They're the easiest ones to do. They finish up the quickest, and I have completed the 1 through 10 list in the time it takes a normal person to complete the first one on the list. It's called multitasking. Okay? And when you can organize stuff and know what takes the longest, you start it first and let it proceed while you start the second longest. It's a way of juggling things, and it's just a different way. Okay? And we're going to go deeper into that spiritual realm now, okay? So for all you guys that wanted the solar report and stuff, you can leave now, because we're done with the gem and everything, and we're getting into the spiritual realm now, okay? And this is, I'm just going to have to... If you're left-handed, you're right-brained. You're right-brain dominant, okay? You still use the other side. Don't get that wrong. It's not like half of your brain is dead, okay? Your one side is more dominant than the other. Now what I have to do here is we have to back away from this picture now and leave this alone. And the bipolar split effect is like this. All right, now let me set this up, put some gentle light on it to where we don't blind the camera too hard, but you're still able to see the image. Okay, now this is a picture that was made by an old girlfriend's mother. So I was dating this gal back when I was in high school, and her mom was a psychic, and it came upon her to make this picture. And it was of me. It's like my high school senior portrait, and she made this and didn't understand what it meant, but she gave it to me anyways, and then forbade her daughter to ever date me again, which is understandable. Very understandable. But this describes our condition, our bipolar condition that everybody is going to go through, okay? It's as above, so below. So if all the entities up above are having this spiritual bipolar split, then every person, animal, conscious creature on the planet is going to have this condition as well. Okay? It's just like the old adage, the devil on one shoulder and the angel on the other. When you're making decisions, the voice inside your head says, yeah, do it. But then the other voice says, what are you thinking? Are you out of your mind? Don't do that. But then the urge to do it is overwhelming, so you do it anyways, knowing it's wrong, but then you got to go back and repent for it. So, we are in a spiritual battle, okay? Everybody is now getting this condition, like it or not. If I have to deal with it, you do too now, okay? Now, something else you need to understand here, and this is going to sound whack and probably drive a lot of you away, and I don't want you to get the wrong impression about me, so I'll just come out and say it. God is half Jesus, half devil. God is everything, right? So he has to be the devil as well. He's in control of both realms, okay? You're going to face him in hell or you're going to face him in heaven. It's the same guy. Me. Okay? That's what makes you the elite. Because you're listening to me right now, okay? I have this internal battle in my brain that rages. I am telling you, it rages so hard that it manifests in the physical realm and is causing chaos, okay? That's why I need you guys to pray for me, okay? Something else I figured out through this affliction. See, everybody is praying against Satan, right? We're all praying against him because we don't want him to win, right? But you got to understand that it's part of you. It's under your skin. You must learn to accept it and control your emotions, okay? There's a battle raging within you, and this is a spiritual battle, okay? The media and all these other branches are trying to sway you away from understanding your true nature. Now, you can fight this, okay? It's an internal struggle. When I was in rehab, I dealt with some, let's just say, I know some boys that were in the Marines, okay? And we all kind of wound up in the same rehab, okay? And these boys are 1st Battalion. They're killers. And it was harder to do this internal battle than it was to take a human life. They said, I can't do this. This is harder than combat. Okay? So you guys are taking on something that is harder than combat. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is spiritual warfare on a real level. Okay? Your prayers have power. Your words have power. Be careful what you say. The spoken word means a lot more than you can comprehend. So be careful what you're saying to each other. Try to apologize, make amends, keep things nice and smooth, even though you're getting resistance, okay? You have to forgive them. They know not what they do, all right? You guys are aware of the internal battle. They are not. You must fight like hell and pray like hell for them as you battle yourself. Get it? That's why I'm bringing this to you guys now, because we have gotten to a point now where the spiritual realm, we're in battle right now, okay? Even my break, this is a break in battle. No, it's not. I'm being bombarded as we speak. Doesn't sound like it, but it's just, let's just keep moving forward, okay? So, you guys need to understand who I am, who you are, and how all this is going to work out and play out, okay? Do not cave into your own demons, all right? There's going to be temptations that are going to drive you mad, okay? Fight it as hard as you can. You're not going to be perfect, okay? I'm not expecting perfection. I already know your condition, all right? I've been through it. I've experienced it, okay? Oh, you're thankful that God is a loving God. Well, thank you. I do love. And the term love is not in my vocabulary. I unconditional you. I unconditional you. Love is a human concept, kind of lust taken to a weird level. Love is unconditional. No matter what the person does, you still love them. You have to forgive them. They have caved to their own demons. Okay? You guys are spiritual warriors, and you need to fight like hell. All right? This side is doing push-ups, coming to kick your ass. Okay? It's Arnold Schwarzenegger on steroids already, and you are a wimp. You have no spiritual integrity whatsoever. You need to pull this side out of your pocket, pull your panties up, pull your bootstraps up, and fight like hell. Use this side of your mind to fight that side of your mind as well. When praying, don't pray against Satan, pray for him, not to him. Pray for him. Pray for his salvation. Just like you need yours, he needs his as well. When we're able to forgive the evil half of our brain, you will be complete. And this will be a mirror image of the Jesus side on this side. And the battle will be done. The battle has already been won. You are at this stage right now. That's why things seem so weird in your life. That's why you are here at my channel listening right now. There's no other reason why you're here right now besides this. Because I'm here. I'm back. It was foretold 2,000 years ago. It's coming true. It's not just, going to show up in the clouds. No. Jesus walked the earth as a human the last time. What do you think's going to make it any different this time? Who told you it was going to be any different this time? And something tragic happened. Because when I came back, I I wasn't received. And a rift happened in the spiritual realm. And now we have this happening to everybody. Okay? I am God as well as the devil, all in one. And I will show you music that describes it to you in detail, all in the musical notes. And it tells you Brian Knight is God and the devil, all in one. Okay? Now, the reason for this half, you better fear this half. Okay? This is, governments better start fearing this half of me, because they cut a deal and they didn't hold up their end of the bargain. And now, look deep into my eye there. You see this eye right here? That eye's dedicated to them. You see this peaceful eye over here? That's the one protecting you. I'm coming for these guys with hellfire and brimstone. And then I'm going to protect you guys at the same time. Because I can. I'm in control here. And this is a warning to all the three-letter agencies that are out there playing games. I'm going to tell everybody right now, loud and clear. You better start confessing your sins right now while you have a chance. All the government agencies, all these liars, all these guys out there that have been hiding their secrets, you have a chance to come clean and bow out of the game right now and resign. Confess your sins now to the public and come clean and get out of there while you still have a chance. The rest of you will be forgiven because I know the affliction that you guys are up against. I know these guys. I know their modus operandi. I created it. They thought they were going to steal all this knowledge from me and get away with it. Well, I'm not too happy about this affliction that I go through for every single one of you. Excruciating pain, demon attacks on a constant basis, and not getting any credit or recognition for it, which is fine. I'm a humble guy. I'm not looking for a medal or anything. I'm here to bring the good news. Your big buddy. That's what I got nicknamed by everybody. Big Buddy. Did you know that you don't give your own nickname, that everybody else creates your nickname? So whatever your nickname is a reflection of your true character. And all my friends throughout the course of my life, even strangers I haven't met, would come up to me and go, "Hey, Big Buddy." I'm like, "Do I know you?" And they're like, "No." I go, "Well, how'd you know my name?" And they're like, "Oh, it just kind of came out. I just called you that because you seem like a cool guy or whatever." And I'm like, "Well, that's kind of funny because I am." And that's what everybody calls me. So you will hear in the music my name, and you'll also hear my nickname, Big Buddy, in there. And I'm going to start posting music, and I'm going to explain to you the code in the music and how it works. Okay? And there are phrases written in musical notes, not in the lyrics. It's actually in the musical notes, all put in there by me through the musicians. Okay? I work through them. I write songs through them. They perform the music through me and to me. They are singing songs to me. Okay? And they're aware. They've tapped in. They know. They deal with the Illuminati. They know this side of me. They know my name. And they're announcing it in the music. They just didn't know that I have this half too. Okay? They thought they were just dealing with the devil. Well, I got both. I got the power of both. Okay? And you guys are so blessed that are sitting here right now. And my and the people that come to watch this later, if they make it this deep into the stream. Okay? Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because it's time that the world knows. All right? I've put it out there several times before. I don't come out and say a certain sentence because I know how that sounds. Okay? And I've learned some lessons from previous lives that it just doesn't work that way. It's better if we do it this way. This way you guys can wrap your minds around it a little bit easier and a little bit more, and you can start addressing your own internal demons, because you guys are having wicked thoughts even though you're trying to control your thoughts, because you're the good people, right? And you're wondering why these evil thoughts are creeping in your head. Well, it's because this condition has now come down upon the planet. And God is here. Every entity across the universe is all arriving here to come see the big show. Okay? And guess what? Things are about to change, and change good for my bride. You guys ready for a wedding and a nice wedding reception with dancing and singing and rejoicing? Well, on the big screen in the background are the trials of all the criminals and their cells that they'll be going to, and the cellmates that they'll be having that have horns and teeth. Yeah, unfortunately, their cellmates don't just, let's leave that part alone. They better all come clean. They all better bow out, and they better put our rightful president back in power. And I mean like yesterday. This has gone way, way too far for way, way too long. You guys better know it's good for you. And start coming clean, and start patching up those broken relationships, all right? The best you can. Sometimes you try to make amends. Somebody doesn't accept them. Well, you did your part, okay? You cleared your conscience by trying to clear it up and doing your part. If they can't accept that, it's a bitter pill to swallow. Swallow it and move on, okay? Swallow it and move on. There's other people out there that you can help, that you can make amends to. If you need to make amends, most of you are good people. I know my audience very well. So, you need to go back, think about your close loved ones, try to make amends the best you can. Sometimes they want this or they want that, and you can't give them that. Just try your best to do your best is all you can, okay? I don't expect perfection, all right? And I want to give you another thing, too. The word perfection. Perfection has a small little imperfection in it, okay? It's just a little dent, a little nuance that makes the rest of the perfectness shine, right? So there must be imperfection to have perfection. There's just a tiniest little flaw that's a nuance. It actually gives it character, okay? So there's perfection is in the imperfections, okay? So your little imperfections that you have are what make you perfect. That's what you grow from, okay? That's what you overcome, okay? So accept them. We all have our demons and our faults, and we're all not perfect. We all have this condition. The more you accept it, the easier it becomes to deal with. And here's one. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Give me courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know about it. Okay, now you have the wisdom. Okay, you guys are little spiritual warriors out there, little G's running around. You're little gods. You're gods, and you don't know. All right, so start acting like it. All right, quit acting like a bunch of savages and humans. Break off your horn or do whatever you need to do. Shave it down like Hellboy does, and go out and do random acts of kindness. Build up a spiritual toolbox treasure chest that you can present when you get to heaven. And you can say, look at all these people I helped. Look at how I repented. Look at how I cleaned my act up at the last moment. And you're just going to shine. Okay? If you don't, well, you're going to burn. It's already foretold. The battle's already been won. Okay? I'm already back. You're seeing it. It's real. It's not a joke. Now, let's get the heck out of here with tonight's reading. I got some important notes that I dug out for this. Okay, so watch your storms. Watch for faces in the storms. You want to know what these faces look like? Go to my channel. I got them all over the place. I even did a series of shorts called Faces in the Clouds. Okay, come over to shorts. Here they all are. Okay, I even did live streams of all these different faces in the sun as well. Okay, this is not pareidolia. This is the spiritual realm. Okay, I don't give a shit whatever kind of psychiatrist tries to tell you. I've been through them all, and I've helped them all. They didn't end up helping me, but I sure helped them. Now, where was I going with this? Oh, we're going to do our reading. Now, as I spent time in one of these facilities, the excruciating pain that I was in, while nobody believed me, was, let's just say very, very spiritual lessons learned there a lot. And I was in the mood of journaling, so I wrote down a lot of my experience, knowledge, and strength, and that's what I'm going to bring to you, is my experience, knowledge, and hope. Bring you some strength, and pray for the strength, and that comes when you pray for it. Okay, hopefully you can see our image here. I keep showing this one because this is probably the most important event in the last 2,000 years, okay? 2023 years, all right? This is Jesus in the clouds, as promised. This happened on Easter. I cannot reiterate that enough. On Easter, this happened of 2020. Easter of 2020, this happened right over my head, okay? Warm wind kicked up that blew the whole time, and all the birds in the area went crazy for the entire hour, all right? We're going to play this little video real quick here, too, so you can get a little explanation in there. Most of you have seen this, I think, already, but for some people, we got to do it again, whether you like it or not, because it brings hope. And if you don't like hope, learn to like it. Howdy, folks. Welcome back. So I know there's a lot of activity going on the sun, but I really don't feel like reporting on that stuff right now. Actually, I want to go back and revisit an event that happened earlier this year, 2020, around Easter, when I captured what appears to be Jesus in the clouds here. So I need you to tilt your head to the right about 45 degrees, and here's an eye, his other eye, his nose, his mouth, his chin and beard, his hair flowing back like this, and you can make out a crown up here above his head. Okay, if you guys want to know what I look like, that's what I look like. I was showing this to some gentleman the other day in the store. Within 2 minutes of watching this, he looked at that face and goes, "Hey, that's you." I said, "Yep, very good. You recognize my face." "Oh yeah, I can tell by your hairline and your nose, and that's you in the clouds right there." "Well, yep, that's right." "Did you recognize the crown up here?" He didn't apparently see this part, but he did see my face right there. That was the craziest shit. Bring over his head. There seems to be almost a little halo around his head, too. And once you see that image, then we can zoom in just a little bit tighter. There you go. Okay, and this event happened over a course of about an hour, and I got a lot of pictures of it. See, if we go up above here, you can see all these pictures up from way over here going across, or all of this event, and I'm going to show you more of what happened here. Okay, here I've taken about 7 or 8 of those pictures and put them together in a flip book, and you can see the different images, and that this event, is taking place here, because there's more that happens here. Okay, so starting here, we're going to go forward a little bit here through a lot of these images, all the way to right about here, where you can see that this face has changed now. Now we're seeing a more round, like lion type face with the nose right here. Here's an eye coming out here, an eye going that way. Here's its mouth slit, the chin going down here. So this round face right here with a crown still above it. Now I'm going to go through and show you the flip book where it changes from Jesus to this lion face. Okay, now we're here at this image right here. This is a flip book of about maybe 15 or 20 of those pictures, and it's the transition between Jesus' face and the lion face. All right. So let's just rewind back to this. Right about there. Pause. Where's my speed? Okay. All right. We capturing that pretty good there. Okay. Easter 2020. An hour-long event takes place. Everything goes quiet. A warm wind kicks up, and trillions of birds in the area all start to go nuts for an entire hour as I stand and take pictures in excruciating pain of this event. Okay? This happened over my head, and this isn't the only time this has happened. Okay? Everywhere I go, this stuff follows me. Okay? UFOs, faces in the clouds, paranormal activity everywhere I go. Alright. Where was that one note? I just had it. Alright. I'm going to get the headset on and take a sip, and we'll go into tonight's notes. When I call it a reading or whatever. Okay, guys, you guys all ready for this? Okay, here we go. God, help me with this, please. We need to send this message. Okay, here we go. You are safe, secure, and complete in me. So stop your anxious striving and come to me with the things that concern you. Trust me enough to be open and honest as you talk about these matters that weigh you down. Give all of your worries and cares to me, for I care about you. I am taking care of you. Then rest for a while in the shelter of my presence. When you wander away and leave me out of your life, you no longer feel complete. The restlessness you experience at such times is a gift from me, reminding you to return to your first love. I want to be central in your thoughts and feelings, your plans and your actions. This helps you live meaningfully according to my will. You are on a pathway to heaven, and I am your constant companion. You will encounter trouble as you journey with me, but take heart. I have overcome the world. In me, you are indeed safe, secure, and complete, baby. Victory. All right, that's it. I love you. I miss you all. Until my next live, I'll be back. I'm already back. Love y'all. Bye.